everybody! Thank you for joining us for the car show on Easton hosted by Serenity Cars. Today, Butch brought this car with this 58 years long of all the stories that came with the car. So where did you originally find the car?
Well, I found the car, when I was in high school, I had a 33 Ford V8. My buddy had a Model A and wanted a V8 so bad. I found this car. It was in a barn in Modesto. A farmer bought it and then lost his eyesight. And he took the car and put it in the garage. Some years later, he passed away. His only son got the car and wasn't a car person. And I turned my buddy onto it. Him and his dad went down and bought it. And then a few years later, I bought it from him. That's the story of it.
And from that moment until today, what did you do? Do you have any memories with the car?
It's a big four-door sedan. Yeah, there's a lot of memories. Yeah, good times. A lot of good hot rod friends, and a lot of car shows. And I'm from California, so there's every weekend was a car show if that's what you wanted to do, you know. And we traveled all over in it. My kids grew up in it. I got 2 kids, and they were so protective of my car because the neighbor kids would come over and they'd be in the garage fooling around, and they'd start touching the car. My daughter would, little daughter would, "Don't touch the car. You can't do that. You know, that's my dad's car." They were very protective.
Oh, let's talk about the engine and what type of engine it's in.
That's a great story and a sad story in a way. I picked up a block, an engine that needed to be rebuilt. And a good friend of mine, Carl Beck was his name, a machinist that retired from Salinas, Lacey's from Salinas, California. He's retired and he was going to move. Well, he's built about 5,000 of those engines in his 30 years of working, you know. So I asked him, "Why don't you build that engine before you leave?" "Oh, hell no," he says. I'm done building flatheads, you know. And 3 days later, he called me up and says, "Bring that engine over, I'll build it," which he did, and he did a nice job. And then it sat on my garage floor for 12 years because, you know, the other engine was still running, and so I didn't replace it until last week. And the sad news about this was I called him after 12 years. I called him to say, "What a wonderful job you did on that engine. It just sounds great, and I know you'd be happy with it," only to find out that very day he was aerovac'd from Reading to UC Davis with serious heart issues. And I don't know yet what the outcome is going to be, but I wanted him so to have the satisfaction of knowing the engine was really quite good. I'll find out. But hopefully he'll be back home. Yeah.
And I heard today was the first day that you brought this car on the street.
Yeah, it's the first day. Yeah, first day. I brought it home last night, and I told my hot rod friends, I says, "By golly, I'll be at the car show Saturday, and I'll bring the sedan." They've been bugging me about, "Get that sedan out." Well, a lot of them didn't know I was even working on it. But 5 guys came, and we all worked on the car together at Doug Nunes's shop. And he's a tremendous person to offer his time and service. What a gentleman. And but all 5 of these people would come day after day, and we'd work on the engine. And it took about 6-7 days to finally get it all done. And that's the story, and it just runs so good. I'm so thrilled to have it running again like it is. Yeah.
Well, I never seen this car when it was released, so I can't tell what portion was updated and what portion is original.
Well, you want to see the engine. You want to see that?
Sure. Woo! The orange must be your signature color.
You know what it kind of is, I think. I have a 33 or 34 Ford Roadster, and I got really bright orange wheels on it. These are a little detuned, kind of. But anyway, that's what we did right there.
Yeah, what is the carburation for the engine?
I got two 94 carburetors on it. It has a 3/4 race cam, aluminum light flywheel, a Mallory electronic ignition, Offenhauser heads, and headers that are from Sanderson headers. And that's about it. That's about all I can get in it.
The heads on here is the old school style, correct?
Right. Well, they're aluminum, and they give it a higher compression to the engine. And with the carburation, with the cam, and with the high compression heads, that really gives it the go power. But it's still a flathead. It isn't as powerful as when I was a kid. This would run away from everybody. And it did, because I used to run away from everybody. But not so much anymore. But I'm not a racer anymore anyway. I just love the old cars.
So standing on this side of the car, I noticed the front and the back, both of the doors are suicide style. That's really unique to me. Was this the standard?
Yeah, this is a 33 standard, 33 Ford standard, and all the 33s had suicide doors.
Oh, where did you get this coffee?
I buy it down at Griddle Cakes. We all go down there we have breakfast and get coffee down at Griddle Cakes.
They have awesome pancakes. I like that blueberry J.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would you show us the interior? Oh, nice and roomy. Wow.
You said the magic word. The back end is nice and roomy. Yeah. You can sit in it and sit back, and you can't touch your front seat if you sit back. It's that much room. And look at that. Just like a refrigerator. Yeah.
The window in the back right here.
Yeah.
I heard that you were talking about the safety glass and not.
Oh, the car had good glass in it, but it was all original, and it wasn't safety glass. It'll shatter. So I wanted anybody that was riding with me and myself to be protected, so I had all new safety glass put in with a little tint to it. So this is all new glass. And what it did was take all the rattles out of the car. It's solid as a rock.
The upholstery, can't pronounce that word. Upholstery?
Upholstery, yeah, it is. It's imitation mohair. It's mohair, yeah. Yeah, it's, it's nice and clean, and I love it. I may change the seats later on. It's too brown. Everything is so brown that I may change the seats to just to change it a little bit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's all imitation mohair. It was mohair originally when it came out. Yep.
It's really, really nice car. I can't wait to see this car running again as you take off today, so I get to hear the engine.
You want to hear it run?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You know one thing I noticed?
It didn't take long to start, did it?
Yeah, plus that you put the key in and you hit the button.
Yeah. I put a starter button up here. Also, there's another button.
Good morning.
But it sounds pretty good for a flathead, doesn't it?
Beautiful. I got actually really excited looking at this car and in really, really good condition and hearing the story that you love them so much along with your friends.
Oh, yeah. One of the things that I enjoy about Henderson, and there's a covey of people that have like thoughts and minds about the old cars. There are, this 36 Ford here is just beautiful. And the 40 Chevrolet behind me, just beautiful. And these people, I think we're a dying breed because the younger people are going for muscle cars and that kind of stuff. I'm still in this stuff.
I'm into it too.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much for this interview. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we did.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.